What is up, guys? I'm here at the Seeking Spring Family YMCA. Josh Bushke. I'm here with Gary. Gary's going to be demonstrating one of our first exercises in the Warrior Challenge, the dead ball line throw. So with this exercise, we're going to be really focusing on teaching you a little bit of techniques that are going to help you get that ball over that line. This year we have a special ball donated by the TRX company. They donated these balls that are filled with sand, which is going to take this challenge to the next level. So right here, Gary's going to demonstrate one of the preferred methods of throwing the ball over the line. He's going to come up to the line, he's going to take a slight squat, and he's going to propel his arms at the same time, throwing the ball over each time. This is one of the methods you can use, but really watch Gary as he comes up. He's taking a slight squat, he's using his full body to generate that force from the ground to propel that ball over the line. Alright guys, now we're going to show you a different method that is used to get that ball over the line. The reverse body shot, very good flex movement. He's going to sit back in his hips, and as he drives his hips forward, he's extending his arms all the way forward. This method can be a little bit tricky because you can't really see where you're throwing that ball, but if you really take your time and you work on your form and technique, and every time you do it, you get low back in your hips, you're not just using your arms by yourself. He's here, low in his hips, driving his hips forward. As he does that, he releases with his arms, and the ball is going to soar right over that line. So one of the techniques for getting that ball with your teammates to get the most points is going to be using the partner drill. So we have Josh here, Coach Tess, with my man Gary. They're going to demonstrate how you can throw it back and forth to get the most points possible. So one person is going to squat the press. As they press up and over each time, sometimes you can catch it, sometimes you're not going to be able to catch it, but it's all good. If you drop it, just get up right back up, throw it back over. 5 different sizes for the event. We have our 8-pounders, which are going to be worth 1 point. Our 10-pounders are going to be worth 2. Our 15 that are worth 3. Our 20s that are worth 4. And our big boys at 25 pounds worth 5 points for each throw.
Tire flips should be performed first by entering the power position, squatting all the way down with a strong back and arms inside the leg. Once in this position, lift the legs and extend the hips forward and press the tire forward. There are 3 different tire sizes for the event. 75 to 100 pounds are worth 1 point, 130 to 165 pounds are worth 3 points, and 260 pound tires are worth 5 points.
Now we're going to take it over to the tires. We did this last year, okay? It went very well. We kept it this year because we knew it was really challenging to the participants. So over here, we have the same tire from last year, the green tire, which is worth 1 point. Then over here, we have the purple tire, which is worth 3 points, and the orange tire. A lot of people use the last year because they want to rack up points, and it is worth 5 points. Josh is going to show you how it's supposed to be done. He's going to get down in squat position. He's going to explode up, push the tire forward. Now he's earned himself 5 points. Once he flips it again, he throws it on the ground. Now he's earned himself 10 points.
Alright guys, we are here explaining one of our new events for the Warrior Challenge. This is the burpee to pull-up. So Gary's going to demonstrate. We're going to start prone on our chest flat. This is going to be the starting position no matter what version of the exercise you're going to do, because we have 2. So the first thing he's going to do is going to be here prone, and then when the time goes off, he's going to either come up, he's going to come all the way, he's going to do a chin up, he's going to get his chin all the way above that bar, and he's going to come right back to that prone position. How this point system is going to work, this is the traditional burpee to chin up. He's going to get 2 points every time he gets his chin over that bar. Each time though, he has to come all the way down flat, touch his chest to the ground, and then he's right back up getting his chin over that bar for 2 points. Now, we're going to show the modified version. So same concept, he's going to start from that bottom position, but every time he comes up now, instead of having to do a chin up, he can just touch both hands to the bar. So we're going to begin, he's going to come up, he's going to touch both hands to that bar. He's only going to get 1 point though if you do it the modified version. So each time, the person that does the modified version, they're coming down, they're touching their chest to the ground, and they're coming up, and they're touching their hands, both hands to that bar, getting 1 point only. the amazing plate push. Originally, I found this exercise from Martin Rooney of Training for Warriors. It's a great exercise to really push your limits, and it's very, very demanding on the body. So we're going to go over a little brief description on how to do the exercise and how we're going to set up our points, and also some rules and regulations about this actual exercise during the event. So the first thing I like to go over people with the plate push is hand placement. A lot of times people will grip all kinds of different ways. They'll actually wrap their fingers around, which is a definite no-no. You don't want to get those fingers crushed underneath there. You always want to keep your hands nice and on top. And the second thing I try to tell people is like that body positioning over that plate. So not necessarily you don't want to be down and pushing that plate into the ground, kind of in a push-up position. You more want to emphasize pushing the plate from the back. So you want to keep both hands on top of the plate in the back position. And here, the plate's going to be a lot more easier to glide versus when I'm on top of the plate and I'm pushing down on it, there's going to be a little bit more resistance. So keep that in mind during the Warrior Challenge when you guys will be pushing your plates. You want to try to work with the plate and not really against it. When starting with the plate push on the Warrior Challenge day, what we're looking for is that you're starting with that plate right behind that 5-yard line here. So everybody can take their ready stance. We usually recommend a kind of a modified 2-point stance because you're not standing up straight, but you're going to have 1 foot behind, 1 foot in forward, and you're going to explode off that front foot and push the plate as fast as you can all the way down to that 20-yard line. Once down at the 20-yard line, it's important to cross all the way over the line so you get the full points for the plate push. Once you're done, rotate back around, push all the way back. One last thing to note on the plate push exercise is that once you pick the weight, you have to stick with that weight that you decide to choose from the beginning. There will be no exchanging of plates during the actual event. Here to announce our last challenge for the Warrior Challenge, which will be the sprint. Now in the past, we have done a sprint relay, which teams would line up here at the end, and only one person would sprint at a time. But this year, each person will have their own lane, and they will sprint from end line to end line, racking up as many points as they can. Alright guys, so starting in this position, usually at the Parisi Speed School, we're all about the 2-point stance, putting that one leg back, one leg forward. But for the event this year, we're going to do lying down flat on your stomachs. The only thing that has to be behind the line are your fingertips. So you're going to put your hands right behind the line, you're going to come down, flat stomach, and as soon as that buzzer goes off, you bring that 1 foot forward, pushing off that front foot, all the way down to the opposite side as fast as you can. I'm touching the line with my hand. If that hand does not make contact with that line, you will not get points for your sprint. Running back all the way to the opposite side, same concept now, touching the hand each time to the line to get your points.